Gentlemen, welcome back to the mess, which is my other desk and special delivery. Wow, I am Matt, aged 12 and 1/4 today, because we've got a very special model on my desk. This is the C1 Chaser. Now, I don't know if those of you which have just randomly found this episode, but in short, we found this model. It turned up on Banggood. And we are sincerely hoping that it is, if it's half as good as the WingWing Z-84, that is going to be classed as happy days. Now, I am editing this, trying to keep the edits down to a minimum. So yeah, I just needed to tweak the iPad there for any close-up shots to help you. So unfortunately, she has been through the wars on the way here, but we'll see what it's like inside. So I haven't opened this one up myself yet, so I'll get the unboxing on camera. Now, those of you which are not in the Facebook group, you won't find out about this episode until I've been and edited it. But if you're in the Facebook group, you're gonna have photos and everything in there. So if you'd like to see more unboxings like this one for very special models, if you go to facebook.com/groups/rag the nuts off, is that all the photos and stuff like that are going to go in there first. So with that said, I need to keep those guys happy. So I am going to take a couple of photos while I'm at it. Get a little photograph of that in there. Right, what have we got in here? In fact, I'm just going to take this off camera. Well, I'll do it this way. So number one, everything looks to be well packed. So we've got a wing. We've got some instructions. Ooh, in Chinglish. What else we got? A couple other bits as well. Oh, and look at the size of that spar. Wow. We got a... That looks like glass fibre. So, yeah, we've got a... I don't know if it's carbon fibre or glass fibre. In fact, the easiest way to do is to go and test. I've got a multimeter here in one of my office drawers. And we'll see if it's carbon fibre or glass fibre. So we get that round to ohms. Ohms, quick check. Oh, I take that all back. That is a carbon fibre spar. And the reason why how you can tell it's a carbon fibre spar is that carbon fibre conducts electricity, whereas glass fibre does not. So that looks like maybe a 5mm carbon fibre shaft. No, it's that long. So let's put that to one side and let's work our way through these packages. So I am going careful here because it did take several days to get here. So last thing I want to do is go and chop a great big chunk off. Now immediately, I really do like the fact that each of these parts have been individually packed and also individually sealed as well. And like I said, I will keep the guys happy over on Facebook and take an extra photo. And that's the wife going off to work in the background, so if you can hear a car starting up. They've even separated the graphics out into the separate bags as well. No, I've got no need for that, so let's get rid of that. Oh, extra goodies. So, yeah, the stickers are a bit dirty on the back, but the front side's fine. We've got a right old stash stickers. To be honest, I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to put the stickers on here or not. But I'll put that on the iPad for you. So, yeah, look how many stickers we got. Absolute loads. We'll put that to one side. So, those are the winglets. Now, I know you guys are probably going to want dimensions. So, somewhere here, I've got a ruler. So the winglet is approximately about 8.5 inches long or about 22 centimeters. It's nicely molded, and I will be frank with you that the edge, I don't know if you can see, I'll put this on the iPad for you. Let's get the right way around, wherever the camera is. This top edge could just do a little bit of cleaning up, but to be honest, that's me being picky. So we've got two winglets. Let's put them off to one side. Let's get one of the wings open, and yeah, that really is in Chinglish down there. The instructions are 100% Chinglish. The only thing which I'm interested in is the C of G, and I have got no idea. at all. Oh, there it is, actually. I'll put this on the iPad. Put my finger in wherever it is. There we go. C of G is really awkward to calculate. So by the looks of it, it's just in front of the servo lines. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. For a maiden flight, I will set her up so that she is nose heavy on purpose, and that's always a big tip for you. Is that with a model and you're not 100% sure where the C of G should be, you definitely make a nose heavy. And if you're in any doubt, put some more lead in it because it won't go wrong. That bit there's a bit bent by the looks of it. Like I said, the box looked like it's seen better days, so it was past the force. They're normally pretty damn good. Oh, we got some great big stickers in there as well. Yeah, look at the size of those stickers. Wow, they are huge. We'll get those over there underneath the iPad. Pop that there. Let's put those on the floor. Okay, yeah, it's definitely had an impact. Don't know if you can see that on the camera okay, but this wing has definitely had an impact already. To be honest, I'm not that phased by a little bit of a bend or a buckle. Because number one, I know that when I go and glue her up, is that I can put some pins in there to hold it still. And let's all be fair, is that Matt's likely to stuff it in and it'll be the nose, which is the major danger point. Yeah, look at the cord on that. That is quite a thick cord. Now, I won't get too much into setup in this episode, but my plan is to fit an X8R out on the, or an L9R FR Sky receiver for some medium to long range FPV. And that wing is very, very stiff and a decent thickness for me to be able to do that. The elevons have not been cut. Lovely thick cord. It's like a grown-up version of, or a teenage version of the WingWing Z-84. Just looking at its layout at the bottom, the Z-84 has got its spar back here. And nice little hole. Looking at the finish on the foam, I don't know if you can share this experience, but the foam finish is very good. There's no potholes. I've had models before with EPO foam where there's been like holes in there where there wasn't enough foam pushed into the mold and things like that. Yeah, fair size wing on that one. So let's get that one over to one side. Now, I'm not going to open up the other wing because, well, we've just seen that one, haven't we? Well, I'll tell you what, let's get that one open quickly. There's no stickers in this one, so the other wing which had the stickers in, so that must be one sticker for each wing. Let's get this open. Happy days. Oh, that's annoying. That one's had a dent in the opposite direction. Look at that. I'll put this on the iPad. Can you see what of a curve we've got on that? Now, that actually now makes me think that did she get a knock in the post? And that box did have a few dents in it and it was broke in one place, but I'm just look. It's not the worst box I've ever seen for deliveries from China. So I'm wondering if that was like it was from the factory. Hey, who knows? We'll never know. Yeah, two wings, happy days. Let's get onto the main hold area. Now, this is the piece which all of us are really, really interested in. And to do that, I need to move these wings over to one side out the way. And the reason why we are the most interested in this hold area is because of what kind of kit can we get in this model. That is the question. So, yeah, look at the size of that. That's mad. Right, let's get that out of the way. Okay, I did notice this. Oh, I didn't break it. It was like that when I found it. I think I can fix it. So let me put this on the iPad for you. So it's got a detachable nose area, like so. It's a fair old size. That's a couple of inches across. Underneath, we've got the holes for the spar to run through. Just like, I'll move back to the main camera, just like the WingWing Z-84, we do have two separate holes here for, I've just realised we're missing, right, I've just spotted it. Sorry, don't come back into the topic. We've got two air vents, just like on the bottom of the WingWing Z-84. We do have a great big mount. I'll put this on the iPad. We've got a great big mount area there. That's for a tow hook or catapult hook. Yeah, the bit which we're all interested in is the size in here. Now, I want to make sure we've got this on the iPad for you. So I haven't looked in here yet. Let's pull that off. Okay, wow. Right, screw that. Let's go and get a big ass battery. Right, 5,200 milliamp hours. That's a monster. 3.3, 3.3, 2.2. Right, I've just grabbed some of the random batteries here because frankly that's what we're all interested in. What kind of size of battery can we get in here? Right, so let's go with the smaller one first. That is a spec 2.2 3S. That is going to fit in there absolutely lovely. Look at the size of that. That would probably be very suitable for this model. Let's put that battery to one side. Next up, we've got a slightly bigger battery pack. And remember, the spar will be back here. So there's the spar inside. And this is a 3.3 4S. That's going to fit in there absolutely lovely. Can you see this on the iPad all right? Let me have a quick show you. Look at the size of the space in there. That's going to be absolutely fine. It is going to be a bit of a squeeze to get everything in, but there is enough room at the back in this bowl of a fuselage to definitely get a Pix Racer in there or another flight controller board. I think you would definitely be making a compromise if you were going to use a standard size Pix Hawk. That will be a bit big and you will be compromised on the size of the battery which you can use. And the last battery, which I'm just going to pop in just for shits and giggles to be honest, is a it's a multistar 5200 4S battery pack. And I'm going to look after the guys which are in the Facebook group and just get the ruler mounted up on there so that they can see this and make sure that's in focus. And I'm also just so it's approximately 5 inches wide or about 13 centimeters wide at its widest point, and for depth we're about there, which all the way back, in fact no, we'll say about 8.5 inches back, usable hold as well in the main section. So yeah, happy days. We are going to be getting some decent sized batteries in there. I'm just going to grab an 18650 battery while I'm at it, and let's have a quick look in the hold. Yeah, we're going to be able to fit, if you're into your 18650 batteries, you're going to be able to easily, well, let me go and get another one and then we'll give you I'll give you a rough idea on how many of these batteries or the size of the pack you're going to be able to fit in here. So we'll say that without any cutting. So 1, 2, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 batteries deep. That is a big battery pack you could make up for in there. And again, by the way, those of you which have not come across these batteries before, show you on the iPad. They're 18650 batteries. This battery, I think it's rated to 2200, but I've got some special ones over there on my desk which are rated to 3500 milliampere hours. That does make things rather interesting for flight times. They are only rated to 10 amps, so you can't draw any more out than 10 amps. But that said, medium to long range FPV, happy days. I really do feel like a child with a very early Christmas present. So yeah, let's get that spar out of the way and get these batteries out of the way too. Yeah, okay, so let's get back onto the topic. The lid is white. Well, let's be fair here. One of my personal pet, the only really bad thing which you can really say about the WingWing Z-84 is that the main hood came sprayed, and it was a lovely matte finish to the lids, but it did chip and it would show white underneath because it wasn't made out of black EPO foam. So with this one being white, is it a bad thing? Not really. It just won't look as tatty as quickly, if that makes sense. So yeah, what else have we got on here? We've got two, I'm going to show you so you can see it on the iPad. So look, we've got two holes here, which I'm assuming is for the mount, which we haven't got, so that'll be a topic in a moment. That was for a FPV, not an FPV, a run cam mount to go on the top. And also we've got holes here for finger cards to come out. Now, let me just show you the FX61. So this is the Phantom FX61 lid. Now, I can't put this on the camera because it's too big. It's a monster thing. So you'll see, look, there's a black coat finish where this one's just white. But you got these nice little finger pulls which go down and then clamp on to the main spar in the middle. And again, I'll just show you this on the iPad so you can see look, there's the clamps there, and then there's these finger pullers, which, a little tip for you, if you do have a Phantom, put a pair of cable ties on them, or zip straps, is that you can use that to take the lid off a lot more easily. So I'll just pop that one on the side of me. So we did get a little bag of goodies. Let's see what we got in here. So let's have a quick look. Right, that looks like the clips. And again, I want to share as much of this experience with you as possible. So this does look like the clips which go in there for either side to clamp down. So by the looks of it, instead of coming down and clamping on top of the spar, is what you get with a WingWing Z-84 or the Phantom FX61. Looks like they've got their separate little clamping clips for those. What else we got in here? We've got a little black lump, which I'm guessing is going to go back here on the bottom. Again, I'll just see it so you can see on here. That looks like it's got like a little skid point on there, which is great if you're going to land on tarmac. Now, I'm missing parts. I'll tell you why I'm missing parts is that I don't have the catapult hook on the front. Now, to be frankly honest, I'd never fly this one with a catapult, but that's besides the point. We've got an indentation here, which is likely to pick up mud and grass and whatever else you're landing on. So I would have liked to have seen the catapult hook. Even if I never used it, it's not here in my parts which I've been received. And you've seen me empty this box out live. Well, it's recorded, but you saw me open the box up. We've got a bit of pink Velcro strap. I assume that, yeah, look, there's a slight indentation in the center of the bowl. And I think in the preview to this, I did joke that it looks like the size of a fair cake. You'd feel rather fat if that was the size of a cake for that hold. Anyway, we do get a little bit of plywood in there. That's a nice little touch. I've not seen that in other models. Frankly honest, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to use it myself. I definitely won't be using that pink Velcro strip. Not because it's pink, but because it's not long enough. You've seen the size of the battery packs, which I intend putting in there. So yeah, that's a curious one. We got another bit of wood, which I presume... Aha, I was right. So up underneath the lid, and again I'll show this on the iPad. See, up underneath the lid there's a little bit of wood to get glued in there. I assume that's you've got a stronger fixing mount for if you're going to put a run cam, for example, on top, or a Mobius mount. You've got something decent to screw into. Again, maybe they've looked at the FX61 and seen that that was maybe an area which was an area to cover. So if you can, I'll put this on the iPad so you can see. So this is the FX61 lid. Is that they do have a bit of plywood in there, which makes it great for mounting cameras and such like on the top. So let's go and put that over to one side. So 2 of those little bits. Right, for the control horns, okay, let's be fair here, they are monstrous. I'll show you them on the iPad. So look at the size of those. They are stonking great, big, huge ones. Now, I normally really dislike this type of control horn, but these ones are bigger than what I got with my FX61. I genuinely mean that. These are about twice the size as what I got with my FX61. By the way, I didn't use them on my FX61. I chucked them straight in the bin. If you don't have any replacements available to you, these would be perfectly adequate, but for goodness sake, make sure you stick them in with really strong glue. I don't think that I'm actually going to use these. I've got some alternative control horns which I'm going to use for this model, but they are good, but they just don't go all the way through, and they don't have the retaining clip on the opposite side. So if push came to shove and you don't have any good control horns, then yeah, they would do, but for goodness sake, make sure you at least sand in individually in each square, and then use a really good glue, so maybe like a 5-minute epoxy or something like that. Personally, I'm not going to go and use them. Instead, what I'll do for you in the video description, I'll put a link to 2 different types of control horns. Both of them I use all the time for all my other models. They're being used all over the shop. They're in the office. I use them on the slope sawers and everything. Never had an issue with them ever, and they do go through and then clamp in. So what else did we get in there? We got 2 of these, which one is missing. These are the little hooks which go up. I don't know which way the right way is for these, so I will need to double check to make sure they clamp down. So I'll put that on the iPad for you. There we go. So we'll just glue them in. A nice little touch actually is that, I don't know if you can see that on there, those 2 ribs. That will make it a lot nicer to pull this lid off, especially if that clamping mechanism is as good as I think it's going to be. It does look promising. And the last thing which we've been received is a pair of control horns, push rods. Nice thick steel, that's for sure. You're talking 2.2 mil, something like that. Coated steel rods. Yeah, very strong. Decent clevises on the end as well. Make sure I can put that on the camera wherever it is. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, so you're going to have to excuse me now. In fact, no, don't even excuse me. What I'm going to do is go and get this thing built up so that we've got a rough idea on what the finish... Oh, hang on. Hello. Did you see that? I didn't spot that. We've got 2 noses. Again, let me just put this on the iPad for you. We've got 2 nose cones. And the difference between them, one of them is got a hole for a camera and one of them doesn't. That's a nice touch. Realistically speaking, that's up. You're still going to have to carve that out if you're going to use something like a run cam. My camera for choice on this one would be a run cam Swift, but yeah, you're still going to have to cut that out. So I am actually personally thinking I might mount this one on and then cut out the hole for the FPV camera rather than using this one, but that is a very nice touch. So yeah, let's go and get this model at least roughly put together so you can get an idea of what it's going to look like. So that's about roughly in the center. That rod go, and no glue in the package, by the way. So let's put that wing in there, and let's get this one in here as well. Might have to just... So I am faffing with this. It's the first one I've seen, so happy days. And honestly, if your building skills are not very good, to be honest, a bit of hot glue and jobs are good in. But look at the size of that. In fact, where's those winglets we had? Let's go and pop those on for size. Oh, the one thing which I haven't investigated yet is the motor mount. I will take a special look at that in just a moment. Now, I don't know if there's a right way and a wrong way of getting these winglets on. They do look... These winglets, they only go on one way round, and I'd put them on the wrong way round for that wing. So let me just put this on the iPad so you can see. I don't know if you can see that little bit there. So that is the right way round, so that the back of the winglet touches the back of the main hole of the model. Let's get that one in as well. So there we go. I'm quickly running out of space on this desk. Just pop that on the top. Oh, I've got to move my cuppa. Blimey. I've got to move my cuppa right away. Just going to put that on there. Oh, the other thing which I do like about this model is the fact that we've got top-mounted servo horns up here, and there's a really nice little crevice, hole, indent in the top of the wing, so that you can get your servo horns in there and they're nice and safe. Whereas perhaps like with the WingWing Z-84 and also my Phantom FX61 over there, in both cases the servo horns are moving underneath the wing, which is a bit of a danger point. I personally always check them on every single flight because it only takes a lump of grass or something like that for them to get hit. So let's pop the lid in. Again, we'll find out what those clamps are like. That good. And let's pop a nose on, which goes that way around. Happy days. Now, I did say I'll do my best to keep the guys on Facebook updated, and I am just going to take a photo. Right, so with that said, that is very happy days. Motor mount, nice good fit on there. I'll show you that on the iPad. Very nicely fitted in there. I will sand up around these edges before applying glue, but yeah, happy days. So I'm going to wrap up here. I'll do a separate build episode. If you have any questions about the C1 Chaser, please just ask. You can ask those in the comment section underneath this video. It is really worth me making this point. I bought this model out of my own money. I'm personally excited about this because if this model is half the model of a WingWing Z-84 and even close to a Phantom FX61, it's going to be a fantastic model. So yeah, I'm super excited. And from myself, Matt, thank you ever so much for taking the time to tune in and watch this episode. If you found it useful, do me a favor, press the thumbs up button or the like button underneath this video. And like I said, I bought this model out of my own cash. So if you've got any questions about it, you will get an honest reply back. And on that note, from myself, Matt, cheerios.